Yeah, welcome to PapastachePop. So I told you we're gonna do some more from this guy, and here is another one. It's an awesome tune, very cool for strumming around. Add a little kind of bends and such and so forth. All those cool little acoustic inflections that make acoustic guitar so much fun. So if you got a song request of your own, some country stuff, just wait. Hold on one second. So, guitar players out there, like country music. Some people just don't get it. But I want to tell you, guitar players, especially beginner, intermediate, advanced, especially these advanced guys that like, dude, only rock guitar players rule. Country music has got some of the most terrifying musicians on the planet. So don't ever underestimate the value in learning country tunes. Okay, so off my country box there. Song requests, right? You're like, okay, I'm into country. What are some other great country songs to learn guitar? Click the link. Maybe I'll throw some up there, or you guys can give me suggestions. All right, let's zoom in for a closer look. All right, so that's the intro. Now it's basically G, C, and D, right? But we're just gonna do little variations within those chords. So for instance, the first one, all I'm doing is I'm hitting that G chord, right? Or you don't have to hit the G chord, right? But it starts to lend itself more to the overall sound of the chord if you leave this finger on there, especially if you're a solo guitar player. So what we're gonna do is just hammer onto that A string. So you hit the G with the open A, and then you take your first finger and hammer it on. By the way, capo, 4th fret, I know this isn't a G chord, so I'm just referring to the chords as if they're in open position, right? So pretend this is the 1st fret or 0 fret, and we're playing a G chord, right? So we got, now we're gonna go and hammer on the A again, right? So we went, and then I just went down, up, or up, down, and then hammer on the open A. Now we're going to go to that C add 9 chord, and then we're going to go down a fret with our first finger and pull it down. Now it's going to mute out the D string, but that's all right because we're going straight to the D chord right after that. So again, we got, right? So it's, one more time. Okay, so from there, we're going to go into the verse. Now, the verse is very easy. It's just going to be a G chord, C, D. All right, now on the G and C, we're going to keep the same fingering down here. So it's really a G chord and then a C add 9 style chord, right? We're going to go to D. You can play around with suspended 4ths in there if you want, which is just adding your pinky right below your ring finger on the E string. We're going to do an E minor chord as well, which is normally like this, but I'm going to leave the pinky and ring finger on there as well, okay? So here's what the verse is going to be like. One more time. So we got, So the D is going to be twice as long as our other two chords. Now on the album it's kind of like that stuttered, cut off some of the guitar, but just to strum it. So it's up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up. Right? Broken down in its simplest form. That'll work. Okay, so from there, we're going to do that twice in a row. On the D, twice on the C, and then back to D. Okay, so we're going to start by going G, C, D for 2. We're going to do that twice. Then we're going to go C, D, E minor, G, all one strum pattern. And then when we get to the C, we're going to do that twice, and then to the D. And that's going to get us into the chorus. All right, and switch. I don't know why that happened. Okay, so anyways, what we're going to do is go C, G, D. That double D, right? Like we like. I'm just kidding. It just came out. Don't pay any attention to me. Okay, so back to C, G, D. We're going to do that 3 times. Now, on the 3rd time, we're going to do the D once, so we can do an E minor to G. And then we're going to go to C, G, D twice again, and then C, G twice again. All right, so the first part of the chorus, we got. This is the second part. And then one more is a kind of a transition riff. Now, so far we've done a really, moderate basic strum pattern. You can always, if you're comfortable with strumming, you can always change up the pattern a little bit. Right, so it's just the basic parameters that we're working within, trying to keep it really easy for us beginners out there. But if you're, a ripping acoustic player or an intermediate, feel free to take liberties with the strum pattern, kind of getting your own groove, rhythm, such, so forth, or whatever, right? So from there, there's a bridge, and it's basically one of the parts of the verse already, right? So it's going to go to the... Right, so what we did is the tail end of the verse, when we go to C, D, E minor, G, and then back to C, and we're going to let that ring. And then from there, it just goes straight back into a chorus, right? So we've done the whole thing essentially. Now remember, the first part, it's all the same chords, just played a different way. So let's go over that first part one more time. Here we go. All right, now let's go over to the chorus. Here we go. Yes! Awesome album, by the way. I got it, I bought it. Buy albums if you like to see artists come to your town. It kind of makes everything happen, right? But anyways, I'm just telling you what musicians tell me. I buy albums. So, anyways, because it's fun, right? You pay for it, you appreciate it. It's suddenly seeps into your DNA. This album's awesome. Very cool production too. Very good sounds, some awesome guitar sounds. Totally worth it. Anyways, click the link below if you got some song requests of your own, and I will do my best to get to them as quickly as possible. As always, thank you so much for joining me here at PapastachePop. I'll catch you next time.